against the hustle.
It was a convincing victory there, I think, for Forge, 22-13. It would be interesting to see how many of those came from that long clear, because we picked up on it quite early, but it took Hustle a while, I think.
It did, and then I think the tactic where they put the goalkeeper on the high-hanging player was probably not as successful as they hoped it would be, because the Forge quickly adapted and went, well, if the goalkeeper's out, if we move it quickly, there'll be an open goal.
Yeah, exactly. We had some nice-looking shots as well, but the players line up on the middle, do their thank yous to each other, stick tapping. All COVID safe, but lacrosse has always been COVID safe. You don't have to touch the ball with your hands at all.
And for people who are new to this game, 50 odd minutes for a full game of an exciting game where we've seen something like 30 plus, nearly 40 goals. Has got to be a game for spectators. It's got to be the game to bring your friends to, bring your family to. Those who don't know what the game's about, come and have a look at this fastest game on 2 feet.
And I think, whereas in the 10-man format when I was playing, we had the whistle, you stopped, and that really confused people. Why is no one moving around? I think the one thing that confused people still with lacrosse that I love is the going behind the goal. And let's pray to the lacrosse gods that never goes, and I don't think it will, but that might be the only thing that confused people now if they brought newbies to watch.
Yeah, and for me in that game, that was the one tactic that wasn't being used very well. Because, you as an ex-goalkeeper will understand that once a ball goes behind the net, it's quite difficult because you don't know where you're looking and you're having to change your vision. Whereas if you just keep coming from the front all the time, it is slightly easier as a goalkeeper. So I hope that as we develop this game more, that we'll develop a tactic that is one where the ball goes behind the goal, maybe on a more set-up play rather than a fast break.
Yeah, I love it. It was a game of fast breaks, very much so.
That game was certainly, and they therefore didn't utilise behind the goal as much as they possibly could. But then if you don't need to and you're scoring, does it really matter at this stage? But no, keep behind the goal, absolutely.
And I think for a first game of its type, a first proper game of its type, it was really something, and I think it set us up nicely for sixes. Yeah, so that was our first game of the day. So we had a victory for Forge women over Hustle's women, 22-13. And coming up next at 12 o'clock, we're going to have a men's game. We've got Rise versus Forge. So there's another Forge team back on the pitch. Hopefully they won't be attacking us with the ball this time, Jane. That was quite terrifying.
Yeah, I nearly got nailed from behind from the men's game folks in that game. But we're still here.
We're still here, and you're going to have us on again later. We'll be back in
at 2:30.
We'll be back in at 2:30 for the women. But now we're going to hand over to our men's sides, and you can stay on the stream and keep watching. And I hope you've enjoyed that first game as much as we did, because that was a bit fantastic, wasn't it?
I think it was everything that I was hoping for. It was dynamic and it was exciting, and there were lots of goals, and well managed by everybody. Great stuff.
Yeah, this is great. Oh, this is going to be good. Right, tune in with us again later.
Yep.